HSS Security is one of the country's foremost building systems integrators, designing solutions for government, commercial, industrial and educational organisations. HSS Security, the Building Systems Integration Specialist. For a building to run smooth, it needs to be well maintained. It is then necessary to contract specialised people to look after and maintain their associated plant and equipment. Any facility manager that engages a large number of contractors, whether they be vendors, suppliers or service providers, will know how time-consuming, costly and complex it can be to ensure that they are all compliant with the required legal and OH&S requirements. There are risks in every building, and over the years various methods and structures have been designed and implemented to help reduce these occurrences. When managed well, a solution will be obvious in any situation, but the chain will only be as strong as the weakest link. When engaging contractors, you are immediately exposed to some major risks, particularly if a significant injury occurs, either to the contractor or a third party. Financially, the risk is when an injured party sues the contractor, as well as the organisation that engaged the contractor. This situation is dramatically increased if you engaged a contractor without checking that they have the correct licenses, insurances, OH&S compliances and any necessary inductions. If the injury is serious enough and an investigation demonstrates that you have engaged contractors without ensuring their compliance, fines and penalties of over $1 million and/or 5 years in prison can be imposed on directors, officers and managers personally, and these costs and expenses are not covered by insurance. Personally, the risk is to an unrepairable reputation of the individual and/or the management company that engaged the non-compliant contractors. Most building management companies have some form of contractor compliance system in place. These maintain the white paper legal and OH&S compliancy of the contractor. These systems only ensure the contractor's paperwork is compliant. Whilst these type of systems definitely provide a paper solution to risk mitigation, contractors can still access your buildings and sites even if their credentials have expired or have been revoked. HSS Security is proud to present their Contractors Compliancy System. Like all other systems, we can provide the full and complete white paper management of your contractor's legal and occupational health and safety requirements. But what makes us different is that we use tomorrow's technology and totally integrate this in with your site's access control and electronic security systems. We do this through the introduction of qualifications. A qualification is based on an expiry date entered in the contractor's details and can include site inductions, working at heights, confined spaces, workers' compensation, public liability, and any other date-controlled entry. Qualifications are then allocated to access doors, lifts and floors, keys, or any other controllable device. A contractor would need the same valid qualifications as allocated to the device to be processed as an allowed user. There is no limit to the number of qualifications available, nor to the amount that can be allocated to a single device. For example, a door can have a site induction, working at heights, and confined space qualifications allocated to it, so a contractor would need all three allocated qualifications with valid dates to gain entry. Through the use of credentials like a PIN through a code pad, access cards including swipe, proximity and smart technologies, and biometric devices such as fingerprint readers, we control and monitor the required areas. Any event that occurs in our system is automatically audited, including operators, contractors, and system-based events, allowing true compliancy through credential use and normal contractor activities. With this structure in place, an office worker in Queensland could easily enter a New South Wales-based contractor's information into the system, which will then in turn allocate the correct access level based on the data entered. This can then be sent to a single site, a few sites, or all sites, regardless of where they are located in the world. When a contractor accesses a site using the correct credentials, then entry would be granted along with full and true event auditing based on where the contractor actually went, together with the exact time. When a contractor attempts to access an area with the incorrect credentials, then not only will access be denied, an escalation event will be raised and audited against the contractor. Based on your requirements, this escalation event can commence an automated follow-up list and could include: an email is sent to the nominated list of people, which can include the FM management company, contracting company, or just an individual, advising of the event, the contractor, and their contact details. The FM receives the email with the contractor's details. Either they call the contractor or the contractor calls them. The FM can then use the app on their smart device to connect to the site and allow or deny the contractor's area request. Upon return, the FM would log into our software with the original exceptional alarm waiting for a full response and acknowledgement. A time response period can also be placed on the exceptional alarm, and if no response is received in a set time period, then the alarm would be escalated to a higher level automatically. This escalation can be virtually limitless, ensuring that someone will eventually respond to the request, allowing a site to continue to function. Value-added modules complement the system and can include: on-site register module. Any credential point can also be set up to act as a log-on point in where the first access event by the contractor actually logs the user as being on site. With the addition of an extra credential location and set up as a log-off point, then true time and attendance, muster, and time on site can be reported on, which not only provides a more efficient OH&S system through time management, but can help to cross-reference invoicing for works performed by the contractor. Any event in our system can be programmed as a log-off activity when using the on-site register module, although the event needs to be unique and would only occur once at the end of the contractor works, which in turn would log the contractor off-site. Local display module. This is where we install a code pad near the restricted door's access control credential. If a contractor is denied access due to qualifications, then the code pad would start beeping and display a message on screen advising of the appropriate person to call and their contact number. The FM could also provide the contractor with a one-off PIN for the code pad. This can be used to unlock the door in the event of a contractor with non-valid qualifications or when the credentials have not been issued. IP CCTV module. Our system supports full CCTV integration. We install an IP megapixel camera in the area where the restricted door is located, which provides live viewing of the area and allowing an operator challenge to be put in place. As a user attempts to access the door, the saved image of the user pops up in our software, together with a live feed from the camera of the contractor. Using visual credentials match, the operator can grant or deny access based on a visual cross-check. With the IP CCTV module, you can also view the associated video footage from any event in the audit log, allowing an after-the-fact verification concept. Any event can be linked to an associated IP camera. Using the CCTV app, you can also view and verify the contractors on site, both in a live and playback mode. Key management module, providing true access control for keys and key sets. Users are set up for access to a single key or a group of keys, including when they can be used and how long they can be used for. Through the audit, you will see who took what keys, how long they were out for, and when they were returned. It also reports if the key cabinet door is left open and if the keys are not returned within the allowed usage time. The report can be sent via an email directly to the FM or any other interested parties, advising of the event, including the contractor's details. This allows immediate intervention and subsequent follow-up. The key management module audits when the contractor's final key is returned, and this can also be used as a log-off event for the on-site register module. Contractor identification label printing module. With the use of an industry quality label printer, we provide the facility to print up contractor identification labels, displaying an expiry date and a picture of the contractor that must be worn whilst on site. With a true compliance system now in full operation, the reporting facilities come into play. The reporting facility is where the strength really lies. We use the data gathered to produce specific reports based on set criteria. The reports can be requested manually through our software, automated through logical set criteria, or directly through a single event. These reports can be printed, emailed, saved to a shared directory, plus a variety of other choices to suit all possible requirements. Reports include time and attendance, time on site, muster reporting, activity by door, activity by floor, activity by time period, activity by contractor, activity by qualification, activity by operator, response time for restricted door access requests, qualifications expiry, and virtually any other report you could ever need or imagine. As mentioned, these reports can be emailed and are available in a variety of formats including PDF, Excel, and text, just to mention a few. The emails can be time scheduled, for example sent on the 1st of each month for some reports, the 1st of each quarter for other reports, and once a year for an overall report. Our designs are modular and can suit a single site or thousands of sites. Global control, together with on-site individual control, provides a flexible platform that will permit system upgrade or downgrade as needed. We supply client-administered on-site systems and cloud-based remotely administered systems. The cloud-based remote design is hosted and maintained by HSS Security in our graded secure environment. We maintain and enter the data from the contractors on your behalf, including inductions, pre-qualifications, license and insurance checks, white paper inspection, and policy correctness and compliancy. We also maintain all follow-ups with the contractor, with all of our activities being logged for full transparency. This service is not only cost-effective, but more importantly, provides another level of separation in your contractor OH&S compliancy. We do the hard work of ensuring that your contractors are compliant at all times, complete with controlling their access and full activity reporting. HSS Security takes the costs, risks, paperwork and time out of managing your contractor's compliance. Contact us for further information or to organise a demonstration on how we can help you. HSS Security, the integration specialist.